Hey everyone, welcome to my new channel. This channel is going to be dedicated to my TTC journey. I have another YouTube channel where I uploaded makeup videos. I have not been uploading regularly lately though. I wanted to make a new channel because I have on my other channel a lot of coworkers and friends that watch that, and it is more on a personal level, so I'd rather just start a new channel so nobody knows me, or if they happen to run across it, then it is what it is. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start in this video with kind of like a background of myself and where we are in the journey, and how long it's been. My name is Brittany, by the way, and I do have a notebook here, basically like just everything that I want to make sure that I mention. So if I'm looking down, that is why. So first I'm going to start off with a brief introduction. So as you guys know, my name is Brittany, and actually today is my birthday, so I'm 32. This is going to be the third cycle of us trying. So I just recently stopped my period. By the way, it's a TTC video, so there may be TMI in this video, so just kind of like a little warning there. I have been with my husband for 8 years. We've been married for 2 years, and I do have a daughter. She is 11. She's from a previous relationship. I had her when I was 20, got pregnant when I was 19, had her when I was 20. So, there's a long time frame in between having my daughter and like now deciding to try for another child. I do feel just deep down in my core, and I know that this is like negative and I shouldn't think this way. You guys will learn from my videos, I am kind of a person that's more like hope for the best but expect the worst. That way I'm not so let down when it doesn't happen. I'm kind of prepared is like my mindset, but really when you're TTCing, you need to be as positive as you can be and as stress-free as you can be, and I am aware of that. But I do feel like it's going to take us a while because I had secondary endometriosis. So when I had my daughter, I had her by C-section because I actually ended up having what they call preeclampsia. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but basically I got high blood pressure when I was pregnant, and they had to do an emergency C-section because I had 2 seizures. Seizures. They were about to go into a stroke. So they did a emergency C-section. It was like 6.5 months. My daughter was 3 pounds 4 ounces, and she was in the NICU for quite a while. But it all ended up fine. She's tall and smart, and you wouldn't even be able to tell she was a preemie. But the point is that I noticed about 5 years later that my whenever I'd have my period, around the left side of my pelvic area, it would hurt really bad. Like I literally thought that I honestly thought I had cancer, because by the time I had done Googling what it possibly could be, I was, dying. You know how Google is. So when I went, they found a large mass. It was actually a piece of my placenta was actually attached to my C-section scar. So I had that removed. I mean, they didn't say that I had like endometriosis before this ever. I've never been diagnosed with that, and I always had pap smears and regular, everything I'm supposed to be have with the gynecologist. So they never said that, but I do know that I had scar tissue. So I don't know, I have to find out if there's any scar tissue left, because sometimes I do still have that pelvic pain. The doctor did say that, there's a high chance that could come back, around my scar tissue area. So I don't know. The point is that I feel like deep down in my heart this is going to be quite of a journey, which is why I did want to start documenting it. And also I want to be supportive to other people. The TTC journey is rough from what I'm seeing in just videos, and it can be rough. So for some women it's not, and for some of us it is. So I wanted to make sure that I, could be there for any ladies that are going through this, because it's an emotional roller coaster, and also just to document things. So when we do finally, hopefully, if we could be successful, then we could look back on this like, this is how long it took, look how hard we worked for you, like just to have for memory. See, my husband, he is going to be 36. So he's going to be 36, and we, everything's normal from what we know. I have regular periods. I have a regular cycle. I'm about 29 days, and it comes like clockwork. From what I could see, I do ovulate. Embarrassing enough, I'm one of those older women that found out that basically you can't get pregnant at any time during the month because, you know, we're taught that in school, and who would have known? Who would have thought that you only have a small window, like about 4 to 6 days, that you can actually get pregnant, and this whole ovulation thing and the dropping of the egg, and just there's like this whole thing about it that I'm just now finding out in my 30s. And honestly, it's kind of sad. But I've watched other videos, and I know other women are also, you know, in the same, that they just found out too. So I don't feel too bad, but it is a little bit embarrassing. Like, I'm not gonna lie. So I wanted to kind of give you guys, you know, just a rundown of like the products that we've been using since we've started our TTC journey. So, you know, it's been 1-2 cycles that we've tried now, and I'm starting to get the hang of things for sure. I mean, we definitely before the 2 times like tried, but I didn't really know, we didn't really know what we were doing. I hadn't really looked into it. We just like had sex and thought, hey, you know, I'm probably pregnant the next month. It's so not like that. So I'm gonna just kind of show you guys what we've been using so far. Most of this stuff that I'm going to be talking about is listed on Amazon. It's listed on Amazon. I bought from Amazon, and I'm going to be listing in the description box below. So this is the Pregmate Ovulation and Pregnancy Test Strips. They look just like this. So they look very similar to, actually, these are the ovulation test strips, and then the pregnancy. So they look, you know, they look very similar. One's pink, one's blue. So I'm not going to go into like how I use anything. I probably will do that in a separate video, but you know, I was tracking, as you can see, I was tracking my ovulation, and I did get a surge about cycle day 14, funny enough, and cycle day 13. The reason why I say that's funny is because, you know, they always say that all women are ovulating on the 14th of the cycle, and that's just not the way it is. But cycle 13, I got that first peak. Cycle day 14, got the second peak. As you know, it didn't work. I wasn't pregnant. I took some early pregnancy tests, got super depressed, which is another reason why I kind of wanted to start a YouTube channel on this, is because I'll have you guys, you know, so if I'm testing early, which really I shouldn't even be doing, but for the sake of like, you know, my videos and testing with you guys and all of that, I probably will a couple of times. You do, but I will not be testing with the first response until I get a slight positive or line on one of the cheap tests. I just can't afford to be wasting all these first response tests. I do have them, but I refuse to use them like early. I also have been tracking my BBT, my basal body temperature. And it does, I feel like I kind of have the hang of it. It seems like in the beginning during my follicular phase, that's like from your period to when you ovulate, it seems like, ooh, excuse me, it seems like I have lower temperatures. And then from the day I ovulate to my period is the luteal phase, and it does, my temperatures seem to go higher the last, this last cycle, I don't even know, but I don't really want to go into it. It seemed like I was all over the place. It was like up and down, and I don't even know if I'm not even sure if I really ovulated, because I hit the 98s after ovulation, and it seems like it went down to 97. It kept going up and down. Now, it wasn't like super low for 97, like in the 97 range. It wasn't super low, but I don't know. But either way, usually I stay low in the beginning from my period to ovulation, my follicular phase, and then after after ovulation, I go up to 98 and stay up there until I'm about to get my period. That's how I've been able to tell that I'm about to start my period, because actually the day of my period, it'll drop down to 97. So I got this thermometer on Amazon, and I'm gonna link it below. It has a little app that you can download, and when you put it under your tongue when you first wake up, you know, without going to the bathroom, without getting up or any of that, it actually will log it onto the app on my phone. So that's kind of cool. It starts its own little chart. So, you know, it's Bluetooth, and so far so good. As far as books go, I'm dropping stuff, guys. As far as books go, I haven't finished them, but I'm currently reading 2 books right now. So I'm reading Making Babies, and this is by Sammy, David, and Jill Blakeway. This is pretty good. I'm enjoying this. So I'm reading a little bit of this every day before bed. Right now, I just passed the supplement part. to find out what supplements, you know, you might want to take and which ones, you know, are just you're overdoing it. Because I feel like a lot of us just run to these supplements really quick, like, oh, it's not happening, let me just jump on, you know, 12 different pills. And it's not necessarily good to do that, which I already figured, but of course I read it in this book that it's not good to do that. So I'll go into, you know, the supplements that I'm definitely gonna be trying and keeping in later videos, of course. And then the Bible for fertility, Taking Charge of Your Fertility by, I'm surprised I don't know her name by now, Toni Weschler. So this is just like amazing, because this is what they should be teaching in the schools. Maybe not like obviously all of this, but come on. So I've kind of bounced back and forth on my prenatals. Trying to remember which ones. Oh, I was taking the 1-a-day prenatals at first. It is important that you do have DHA and folate and a certain amount of them, which I can't, you know, what is it called? I can't really state right now what the number is on that, but I just know that supposedly something about you want to make sure you have the folate and not just the folic acid. You know, kind of look that up, because it seems like you definitely don't want to just have the folic acid, you want to have the folate. So right now I'm taking the Vita Fusion Prenatal. It's got folate and 50 mg DHA. They're gummies. I mean, I know I should be taking pills, but I just feel like at first I was all worried about these expensive prenatals, but like if I don't get pregnant, it's just too much money to keep every single month, to keep spending like $30 for prenatals. I do have the pink Stork ones, and my original thought was that I was going to start using these, you know, when I actually did get pregnant, but I think that after reading up a lot, I think it's important that your prenatals do have certain vitamins and a certain amount of, you know, the number listed on there. So I probably will start taking these. I only have like 3 of these in here, so I'm gonna start taking these next. So that'll be this cycle. It probably isn't gonna be enough time, obviously, because I'm like, I should be ovulating in like a week and a half from now. So this is kind of late to be taking this for like to help with anything. Fertility, which I'm not really so sure. I know tea is supposed to be really good. It's I think green tea is supposed to be really good for fertility. I think tea is just really good in general for a lot of things, to be honest. I had tried this a couple of times, you know, in the past 2 cycles, and nothing happened, but I'll just keep trying. They are caffeine free. And my husband actually ordered, which was funny because he didn't know that I had gotten some for myself, but he has the Secrets of Tea caffeine free organic. It's not pink Stork, but it's male fertility tea. He's taken it a couple of times. He is on a multivitamin. It's really important, you know, that you and your husband or your boyfriend or your significant other are on multivitamins for sure. So he's taking the Rainbow 1-a-days. If you look like in the back of these, it's got a lot of like really good, well, you guys aren't going to be able to really see it, but it's got a lot of really good stuff in here. It's got the folate as well, because men need the folate, they need the zinc. It's got the magnesium, vitamin B12. So I mean, it's got a lot of really, really good stuff. Vitamin B6, vitamin B12 too. So that's good. Hasn't been, his sperm could just be honestly perfect, but just because he's taking the FertilAid for men, you know, just in case if there happens to be any kind of low sperm count or anything like that, this is supposed to help. He will be taking this month. He'll be going in to get a sperm analysis soon, hopefully, so that'll be good, because I mean, I know you're supposed to wait until you're having like for sure issues for a whole year, but my thing is that every month to be doing this and to like nothing to be happening, I rather know now, at least with the sperm analysis, than much later, than a year later. That's just me though. Started this journey, I heard or read a lot about maca root. So originally my husband got this maca root, but it's got the black maca, the red and the brown maca, which really for men want to be taking the black maca, women want to be taking the red to help with like fertility. So we were both taking this in the beginning. Nothing happened. This is the glutenized version of it, of the maca, which I believe means that it's like cooked. It's supposed to be more gentle on the stomach if you have digestive issues or your stomach is really sensitive. You know, so I never had any problems with this or the one I'm about to show you now. I'm now currently taking the red maca. This one is raw. though. So this one's raw. I have not had any issues with it. No digestive issues, no stomach problems, and I've pretty much been taking it every single day, like in a smoothie form, with either like I'll use fruit and like make like a, you know, like a smoothie kind of a drink, or I put it in my coffee. Yes, I am still drinking 1 cup of coffee. I want to continue to live my life, guys. Like, if it comes to the point where I really feel like the coffee is like not helping, then fine. But 1 cup of coffee is not going to kill me, right? All right, and so this says energy, female fertility, and hormone balance. So far so good. I mean, I'm not pregnant, but I have been really actually enjoying the Fertility Friend app a lot. I feel like that one, I just like it. It gives you a lot of pointers. I feel like it's easy to read and to understand, and I just like it. So I haven't gone a full cycle using it. I actually downloaded it like towards the end of cycle 2. So this will be the first time that I'm like currently using it, you know, for the full cycle. And my temperatures, if you can see, they're already like all over the place. I never stopped during my period doing the BBT temperatures, and they did go down to the 97s, and they're still there, but they're still like low 97, high 97. It's kind of getting annoying. I don't know. Maybe I need to get a new battery for this, and I'm rambling now. But anyway, of course, I have my thermometer app, which I do use too. And why is it saying that I'm cycle day 35 and I'm in my luteal phase? I'm just now realizing that. I'm not on cycle day 35, and I updated this thing. And I had my period and I put it in there. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I did get some new supplements that I'm starting to incorporate for this cycle, such as FertilCM, because I don't have very good cervical mucus, I feel like. I don't ever really see the egg whites. I know that some women have to kind of TMI fish for it, but I don't feel like it happens sometimes. I don't feel like it regularly happens for me. So I am taking FertilCM. I'm going to be doing a different video on like what I'm actually doing this cycle, because I'm not going to show you guys those supplements because that's not what I've used so far for the past 2 cycles. And this is my first video, so I just want to get you guys like up to date on where I'm at. And I have some other Amazon supplements that are going to be coming in, and they're just recommended from the book that I was reading. I'm not going overboard with these supplements, as I just refuse to do that until I find out what I really need. I do have a doctor's appointment for pap smear. It's just my routine pap smear, but I did also mention in there that I'm going to be trying to conceive and that I do have some concerns, so I don't know what they're going to do. It'd be great if they could give me like an ultrasound. It's with Kaiser, but I doubt that they're going to be doing all that. We'll see, and I'll update you guys. The appointment's November the 15th, so by then, that cycle, I'll know that if I'm pregnant or not this cycle, because that's when I would actually be starting my period, would be like November 15th, November 16th. I will, of course, update you guys and try and make videos for this cycle for sure, like, you know, my ovulation test strips and pregnancy, you know, test strips and just little videos here and there. So I'd love for you guys to take this journey with me. If you guys are TTCing, or if not, if you're just like interested, I'd love to have you guys along for the journey, because as I said, I do kind of feel like it's going to be a little bit longer for me, and it could end up being a really long journey, or it could just surprise me and be short. But I'd love to have you guys with me, so we can support each other, and I can, you know, document all of this and how this is all going to go. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope that I'm not leaving anything out. If you guys have any questions, make sure to ask them down below. I'll also put my Instagram. I'm like never on Instagram. I'm not really into social media anymore. I used to be like really into it, and honestly it started to drive me crazy, so I'm not that active on it anymore. But I go on there, I just don't upload that much. So if you have any questions, you can definitely DM me there. And also I'll put my makeup channel for my YouTube below. You know, I will be sometimes uploading on there. I got to get back into the swing of things. I do work full time, and I do have an 11-year-old, and you know, life, as we all know, can be kind of crazy. So thank you so much for watching this video again, guys. Make sure to subscribe and turn on your notification bell so you can see whenever I upload. And I hope that you guys are having a great day. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.